Okay, I am back. And yes, I have a light on me actually, and it still is doing no good. I think once you get to that point of emotional exhaustion and no sleep, there's really nothing you could do. You just look like hell. And I think to be revived again, it's going to take some really good news, some really good things to happen. And right now, it's very dark. It's a very dark time. So I put on this lip gloss, hoping that it would make me feel a little bit better. And it's really pretty. It's an all natural company called Tower 28, and it's a tinted lip balm. It's moisturizing, blah blah blah. It is what it is. So I thought for my first video back after showing myself at my most vulnerable and exhausted state, like physically, emotionally, psychologically exhausted. So we'll see what happens. Things have to get better, they have to. It just eventually they have to. So I'm still, even with the light, I'm still like, but at least I put some lip gloss on. I'm trying. And I'm not going to use a filter. It's really, really difficult. It's so tempting to do that. And it's not like I use a hardcore filter. The filter that I would use would just blur out my skin a little bit, like let's say that I had fillers. Let's say that I had Botox. Let's say that I had all of that. And I wore makeup. Let's say I had some like face pills and all of that. All it would do is just kind of blur everything out and make it look a little bit less offensive. like, but I miss the good old days when we didn't need to do that, where we just are who we are, and sometimes we look really horrible. It reminded me of that episode of Seinfeld. Do you remember that episode where Jerry was dating this woman that was so beautiful in a certain light? Like when he met her, she was just like gorgeous and, oh wow, I met a really hot chick and all of that. And they get to the cafe, and there's a certain part of the cafe, the coffee shop, where she just looks like hell. But she doesn't. She doesn't. It was just a bad lighting. And then they get to the booth, and she's like, woo, like all glowing and beautiful again. It's really funny. So he's like, you know what? I don't have a problem dating her as long as the lights, it's perfect lighting. So right now I just have one of those like ring lights on, and it doesn't really do much. It just it's really really about what I'm going through in life, what we're all going through, and it is what it is. Hopefully one day I'll come on here and I'll be like, what? Just glowing and happy and like celebrating and doing a little happy dance. That's what I miss. I miss the happy dances in life. I try to do them on occasion just for the fuck of it, like for practice. Yeah, no, everything that I had planned, all the things that I had set up and was working hard towards just fell the fuck apart because of Humpty Dumpty. And I'm not kidding. Nothing anyone does at this point in this environment, this country, is going to be okay, because we have a lot of really horrible people holding back the smaller people, because they want to stay on top. And it's just a really fucked up time. So all the hard work I did it's for nothing at this point. It will someday. All right, so of course, I'm going to have to talk about Bonnie Blue. Porn star, fascinated by her. She's always in trouble, and it's because she needs to keep attention on herself. And I think that she makes this all up. I'm convinced of that. So Bonnie Blue, the one that says that she's 27 but she looks like she's 45, which is totally fine. I would rather her just say she's 45, because I would be like, girl, you look good. You're looking good, girl. But no, she likes to kind of pretend that she's still in her 20s. And it's that mindset that men have where they think that the younger the better, right? It's like, you have to be in your 20s, you can't go past that, stay there in your 20s. But it's even worse than that now. Like, from what we've been finding out, it's like, you need to not be a woman at all. You need to not have pubes, not have boobs, none of that. Get rid of the fucking hair, get rid of everything, all of it, gone. That's where we're at. So that's not okay. At least Bonnie is rocking her curves, and she's taking control over her own life in her own way. She's made millions of dollars. Not something I would do. Not even close. Like, I am terrified of the things that she does. I can't imagine. I wish I was as brave. I don't even know what to call it. Is it bravery? I don't know. Okay, so let me see if I can turn on the side light, if that would help at all. Probably not. This right here. Try to add more light because I feel like I need to kind of like blur my face out, whatever. See what I mean? We're so fucked. Like, social media, especially TikTok, has made us believe that we're ugly. We are so ugly, and it's just not fair. And when that happens, when that mindset happens, that's when you start going to the day spa to get injections and trying to look young. And who put us here? Who put us here? Men that want us to look like children forever. So we're in a really fucked up time period. And I hopefully the next generation will rectify things and X this out. But in the meantime, Bonnie Blue is out there, and she used to be an OnlyFans. She used to be an OnlyFans girl. She got kicked the fuck off of there for doing like a really big gangbang. And yeah, I can't remember. Oh, she says she's 26, right? I thought, I would have sworn she said she was 27, and then of course everyone knows that she's like in her 40s. Okay, so nobody will work with her, I guess, in the porn business. This is exclusive. Bonnie Blue dead in mainstream porn. Top adult entertainers won't work with orgy queen over killer STD fears. Okay, so this woman right here doesn't like to wear rubbers or insist that the men that she sleeps with get test and all of that. And that's what grossed me out. It wasn't that she was doing it at all. Like, I don't have a problem with women empowering themselves and taking control of their own bodies and saying, you know what, fuck y'all. This is what I'm going to do. But it's such a weird angle. I don't have a problem with that. I never will. But she recently claimed she romped her way another stomach-churning world record. She boasted that her alleged sex marathon with 1,057 men in 12 hours look tame. She says that she's making that look tame. So she said, I don't know why they're saying that she said. Is it not recorded? Usually she has all of that going live or recorded. Okay, she said she held a marathon X-rated session in London on February 7th that obliterated the cream pie world record by letting around 400 men have unprotected sex with her. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. This is why she grosses me out. It's not because she's doing it, even though, like I said, I would never. I can't even imagine. But if that's what she wants to do with her life, if that's on her. But the fact that she's doing it with unprotected, and then she wonders why nobody wants to, like, no normal sex worker or what have you wants to have sex with her. The men, what are they thinking? What the fuck are they thinking? I don't know. 400 men out there in London are just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like, fuck it. I don't get it. So the previous alleged record for the X-rated stunt was said to have stood at 65. achieved by Ariana Jolie in Prague in 2004. So that was a lot back then. 60 guys. I remember in California, in the Valley, in the early 2000s, I remember a woman having sex with, I think it was like 50 to 100 men. And that was huge. She had to be iced down. She was so sore and in so much pain. And the men just like walked up, stuck it in, and just kept walking. And it was like one of those weird. But this one run right here, she's slept with over 1,000 men in 12 hours. And she said she was fine, didn't hurt at all. She was whatever. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, so she said in her latest feed, I was concerned I drowned with the amount of fluids I had planned to consume and did consume by the end of the day. That's such a gross thing to say. Like, she really doesn't give a fuck who likes her, who doesn't, how gross she comes off. For her, she's thinking short term. She's thinking, I'm getting paid a lot of money. In the next 5 years, I'm going to have millions of dollars. But she's not thinking of after when she's over 50, which is like next week. Like, girl, we know you're like 45, 46. We know you are. It's okay. It's like I said, it's the culture that we're in. The type of culture we're in is like you cannot be over 20 or 30. God forbid you're over 30. She's at 26. Supposedly, that's I would have chosen to go a little younger if I was going to do it. Like, if she really wants to stay in this business long enough to make, let's say she's going for the $1 billion, she should have said she was like 21, because she would have years to kind of like build that up. Okay, so she says gross things like that sometimes that are just like, but an industry source says Blue's latest has put the frighteners up, other adult actors shooting with her. They warned the real fear in the industry is that she is riddled with STDs as a result of so much unprotected sex. She had said she asked for proof of clean tests from all of her movie participants, but some of those will need to repeat and won't be thorough enough, sorry. And no doubt some of the men did not wait for the gold standard clean sex test, which has to happen 3 months from the last unprotected sex contact. The insider added, also, who is regulating all of this for her? Doctors? I doubt it. The reality is Bonnie has now probably out-porned herself from working in the mainstream porn industry. Okay, so then there's AIDS allegations after her big event. Every time I see her face, I'm like, maybe 47, like she's pushing that. I don't know. I know that a lot of people are kind of speculating about that. The warning comes months after Radar revealed Blue has faced claims alleged after the 1,057 men orgy challenge resulted in one participant contracting AIDS. One guy, she bragged in January last year she had set the world record for the most number of sexual partners in one day. An unnamed man later took to social media to post, saying it left him with a string of deadly STDs, including AIDS. She's nasty. I mean, let's just be real. It's not that she's doing this because this is what she loves to do, I guess. This is her thing. I don't know. It's money. It's a lot of money. But the girl's nasty. And so is like the other one. What is her freaking name? Lily. Lily likes to have a lot of condoms all over the ground, all over everywhere. Just no one knows how to use a trash can. It's really fucking disgusting. And this is my problem with her. Both of them. That's my problem with them. Is that I'm not against what they're doing, because this is their own thing. They could do whatever the hell they want. It's fascinating. I'm not going to lie. I mean, she had a bus that was just for like orgy. She had like an orgy bus, and she would target like really young guys from, from college, from university. Okay, so that's one of the stories. Bonnie Blue claims to have unprotected sex with 400 men, and she broke a record. And then she brags again about breaking the porn star record, ignoring her gross warning after extreme stunt. It's all these stories from New York Daily, The Tab, OnlyFans alum. Bonnie Blue claims she's broken the world record. So she's not on OnlyFans anymore, so I can't imagine where she is. The problem is that these 400 men most likely have AIDS. Luckily, there's not a cure, but there is treatment that they could have. Is it worth it? Having sex with this woman that this MILF? No, I'm kidding. She doesn't have any kids. She says that she's 26. I don't know what I believe with her. The source that I go to the most is The Tab. They really love talking about her. Oh, is that her? Okay, there's some sort of picture. I'll have to post it. It's like a before and after, like a picture of her when she was younger. And it looked like it was a really long time ago. Like, there's no way she's 26 right now. There's just... All right, so The Tab is talking about it. Okay, no, the picture of is up on here on The Tab is, oh, she calls herself as often. Okay, the girl that did 60 guys in the early 2000s, 65 guys, cream pie. Okay, I'm sorry, I was getting a little, it made me sick a little bit. They called her the filthiest girl in porn. And Bonnie Blue completely outdid that with the 400, right? But she didn't use protection, because to do a cream pie, you have to have the cream. You know what I mean? It's, how can you do that if you're using protection? All right. Okay, so, wow, okay. As shown in the DV, Adriana ran into the bathroom after hours of sleeping with the 65 men. She was overcome with emotion, and while she did largely enjoy the event, she admitted something that should have been cautionary warning for our Bonnie. It had the opposite effect, apparently. They wore me out. I won't fucking deny that. Look at me. I'm about to pass out. She didn't answer when the cameraman asked if she was good, which should have told Bonnie Blue everything that she needs to know. See, Bonnie Blue isn't like the others. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, no fucks to give whatsoever. She will go hard, and she will never admit that it's wearing her out, that it's exhausting, that she's sore down there, that she's bleeding, that she's emotional. There's nothing that you could say or do to make her stop this. Okay, so I've been going on like 18 minutes. All right, so it doesn't matter that somebody warns her. It doesn't matter that someone says, girl, you are gonna, like, you're done. Like, this is gonna fuck your head up, like, really bad. She doesn't care about that. I love how they talk about her, though. They do not like her in the UK. They do not like her. The guys do. Of course they do. I mean, she's like the fantasy. I don't know why, though. Like, we have men that have, like, either they're on the one side where they're like, we want a virgin, we want a child. You know, we want that. We want to F a child. And then we have on the other side, with like, we want to sleep with the nastiest hoe that ever lived. We want that nasty bitch right there. And then I don't even know what's in between. I don't even know. So on here, they're like, Bonnie Blue breaks another vile record with a huge group challenge, and the details are hideous. Right. And then 23-year-old backed as male Bonnie Blue's film, disturbing explicit stunt, and it ends up in jail. Okay, so I don't know. They don't like her. The business is kind of grossed out by her too. I mean, if some of the biggest porn stars are like, ew, like, you've got a problem, but she doesn't care. And that's okay. She doesn't fucking care. as long as she has all these little like uni boys to screw, and they're all willing, they're like, ooh, let's do it. Ooh, that nasty bitch, I like it. She's only fucked like all my friends and the whole neighborhood and my dad and my cousin and my uncle and, you know, all of that, every guy at uni. She doesn't care, and they don't care. And so it's a kind of a, yeah, it's a cream pie just everywhere. All right, so that's all I have to say about Bonnie Blue today. She's too much. She is a lot. She's a lot. All right, so I don't know if this felt not. I don't know if this unfiltered with a ring light over me with a little bit of like lip gloss on helped at all. I don't know. I just don't care. I'm trying not to give a shit, and it's really difficult because I'm tired emotionally, psychologically, and physically. I'm just spent. But how could I not make a video about the beautiful, young, and vibrant, classy Bonnie Blue? You know, like, I'm fascinated. I'm not gonna lie. She had me doing a video. She has me doing videos. So I'll give her that. I will give her that. There's no one like her. Peace out.